So you passed a counterfeit bill to get goods or services?
Yes, I paid for some groceries with a counterfeit bill.
Oh, okay. Court does call the case. People, State of Michigan versus Andrew Towler. Or Toller.
People.
David I. Goldstein appearing on behalf of the defendant. Get to the podium, state your name, please.
Andrew Jacob Tolder.
Waiving.
Yes, there should be a written waiver in the file.
Sir, you're waiving your right to a preliminary examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that that's a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed and that you committed them.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you'll not have that hearing. You'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, Your Honor.
People also waive their right.
We do, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on count 1 with 2 follow.
Your Honor, my client and I acknowledge receipt of a copy of the information. We waive its further reading. My client stands mute, asked that a not guilty plea be entered.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter set.
June 2nd at 1:30 with Judge Conkey.
June 2nd, 2026, 1:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Feel
Okay, so
keep on coming.
keep on. What's he?
I don't know, but this is file.
What? I was just asking a question. You were up to something because you took offense at me, like pointing you out. Keep an eye on him.
May I approach this identification, Your Honor?
Sure.
wait, bound over. You
You're bound over. Yeah. I can't do it. All right. Court does call the case people versus Matthew Gale. Oh, this is what he's up to.
I was preparing for
What?
the upcoming jokes, but
What upcoming joke?
John, every hand has the first name training about the UK.
Good morning.
and Your Honor, 6'3" Joe Simon on behalf of Gail. And
Client's like 8 feet.
go ahead, Matthew Gale.
Your Honor, this is
It is cute though. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
I'm scheduled for preliminary examination. This matter, Your Honor, at this point, running with, felony count to make that it's clear to me that your court on issue misdemeanor bill.
Move to dismiss the felony counts, Your Honor.
So 1 through 3.
Yes, Your Honor.
Counts 1 through 3. 1, 2, and 3 are dismissed. I'll continue the defendant's not guilty plea as to count 4. Set a pretrial in this matter for
April 23rd at 10:30.
April 23rd, 2026, 1:30? 10:30.
I think I'm only saying this because this happened to me just yesterday. I think he does these at 1 o'clock now. Judge Fresh Hour. Okay, 10:30.
Hang on a second. Thank you for pointing that out, Mr. Simon.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What do we have? Hang on, we'll check for you. Just for you.
1 p.m. It's a conspiracy.
We're involved in one yesterday.
I learned that because they were. Thank you, Your Honor.
Why?
Well, they were wondering why things kept getting set on the DV docket different than that time because I had one this week that was apparently set. So that's the only reason I mentioned it. But thank you, Your Honor.
That's what they give us.
I know. It was their old time, and they've kind of like quietly changed it and not really told everybody. So.
Yep, nothing like communication. All right. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls case people versus Calvin Cannon.
Good morning, Your Honor. Raise your hand, Hunsley.
Good morning, Your Honor. Deborah Schlossel on behalf of the defendant, Calvin Cannon. State your name.
Calvin Cannon.
Thank you.
I'm scheduled for preliminary.
Ma'am, you don't, ma'am, You don't have to take the baby out. That is fine. That is fine. And I don't understand Cecil, but okay. What are we doing?
Your Honor, this is the case, they has got a preliminary examination of this matter, so unable to proceed on count one without further subject from count two with the evidence.
Your Honor, at this time, we would ask this matter be dismissed without prejudice since the exam was set for today and the witness has not shown up.
I will dismiss as to count one. Count two, I'll continue to defendant's not guilty plea. I'll set that for pretrial
May 4th at 9 a.m.
May 4th, 2026, 9 a.m. That's before Judge Washington.
Your Honor, that is a bad morning for me. Is there any way this could be another date, please?
No. Well, can be another date, but you
I have to
talk
ask
to
her.
Judge Washington.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
All right.
I only have one date. I do have an in custody date. What's my in custody?
It's April 20th at 9 a.m.
Oh, that's a good day for me. Thank you.
Of course it would be. What was that, April 20th at 9? All right, I'll set it for April 20th, 2029
Your Honor.
for Judge Washington.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Court calls the case, People versus Donovan Jankowski.
Motion to call this for the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. Laura Yagi, Assistant Public Defender, with and on behalf of Mr. Donovan Brinkowski. It's approaching. Did you say your name for the court?
Donovan Jankowski. All right, I have before me a form that indicates that the defendant will be pleading to an added count 4 for false pretenses under $200. That's a 93-day offense. Upon a successful plea to that charge, counts 1, 2, and 3 would be dismissed. Defendant is agreeing to 24 months probation. That's court's full understanding of the.
That is correct. The recitation, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
May I have him sworn?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the true self you got?
Yes.
Thank you, please.
Donovan Isaac Jankowski. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading charge of false pretenses under $200. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $500, that would become the maximum fine. You understand that, sir? Yes, sir. You also understand, sir, that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Freshour at 1483 District Court. Yes, sir. Do you wish to plead guilty? Yes, sir. And to that charge, how do you plead? Guilty. Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind? Yes, sir. Signed an advice of rights form, is that correct? Yes. Any questions regarding any of those rights? No, sir. Please look at paragraph 5 on that form. You'll see a copy. Those are your rights, which are part of a trial. You understand by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that. Yes, sir. You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right? Yes. You on probation or parole? No. Is it promise other than what's been stated here today to get you to plead? No. Anybody threaten you or court? No. Doing this voluntarily? Yes. Of your own free will? Sir. And also because you believe that you're indeed guilty of this offense? Yes. Date of June 23rd, 2025. Location of South Main Street near Commerce Park Drive in the city of Chelsea, Washtenaw County, state of Michigan. What do you do makes you think that you're guilty?
I passed off a counterfeit bill.
All right. And that was at some business?
Yes.
All right. And so you passed a counterfeit bill to get goods or services?
Yes, I paid for some groceries with a counterfeit bill.
Okay. Sir, I do have to advise you that if you commit misconduct as defined under the Michigan court rules between the time of my acceptance of your plea and the time of your sentencing, that you would not be entitled to withdraw your plea and the court would no longer be bound by any sentence evaluation or recommendation. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. Counsel, you're aware of any of the promises, threats, or other inducements which have led to this?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Have I complied with the court?
Of course, that's fine.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 4, counts 1, 2, and 3 are dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14A3 probation. Sentencing in this matter will be
At 9 a.m.
May 18, 2026. Time
9 a.m.
9 a.m. before Judge Freshour. And we'll continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court does call the case of the people versus Abdul Latif.
Assistant Public Defender, on behalf of Mr. Abdul Latif, who stands to my right. Sir, would you please state your name for the record?
Aziz Latif.
Your Honor, this morning, for prelim, excuse me, I am unable to receive.
Defense moves to dismiss.
People being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That's without prejudice on the motion.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
I'll try to call you. Why did you change my order?
I get to.
Bye. Court calls the case. People versus Rayshawn Ellis.
Ashley Feltus for the people.
Assistant Public Defender, Chinaki Akinruli, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Rayshawn Ellis, who's approaching. Rayshawn, state your name for the.
How come she went next first? Did not come over to see me.
I saw
Her around trying to figure out where she was.
Ann Judge.
And then all of a sudden shows up here. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now probably wants a favor or something. Nope.
It's so good to see you.
Yes. As it is you, finally.
Thank you. Rayshawn, state your name for the record, please.
Rayshawn Ellis.
Thank you. All right, what are we doing?
It's better the people are unable to proceed.
We do move for a dismissal, Your Honor.
If it weren't for him, I so much don't want to grant. People being unable to proceed. This case is dismissed on defendant. Thank you.
Be good.
You're welcome. Court calls case people versus Devian Morgan.
The Feltus for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Justin Zaid appearing on behalf of Ms. Morgan, present standing to my right.
Devion Morgan.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we just this morning for a preliminary examination, the people would have been able to proceed to examination. Conversations this morning, he's hoping we may be able to reach a resolution and we're ready to get there this morning. We are respectfully requesting our time to have that conversation before we go back.
That's an accurate recitation of where we stand as of now, Your Honor. We share that request.
Two, that
I know.
I don't do that. How much time did you need?
We get about 4 to 5 weeks, Your Honor. I
have the 28th and May 19th.
don't know that the 28th will be enough time.
May 19th works for us, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination will be adjourned May 19th, 2026, 9 a.m. before me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
On continue. Thank you. You know, it's Valtez. She talked me into 2. Are we ready? This one?
Yes, sir.
Court calls the case, people versus Jerome Adams.
Morning, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Alex Warren Green on behalf of Mr. Adams.
Get it this one.
State your name, Jerome.
Oh, Jerome Adams.
That's line right.
Your Honor, this is the daytime for preliminary examination. Revenge can use to be a waiver. There's a few things for the record. That waiver is with the understanding that will not add a larceny in buildings, as well as to additional strangulation or assault, and to do great bodily harm. In this case, we also will dismiss the half four that's on this case. Currently, we're going to continue negotiating on the matter.
Your Honor, my client has signed a waiver form. I do believe he wishes to waive his right to an exam. With respect to the fourth notice, I'm not sure that one was filed, but the people indicated they would not add.
Sir, waiving your right to a preliminary examination?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that that's a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offense alleged was committed and that you committed it.
Correct.
You understand you'll not have that hearing. You'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, Your Honor.
You will also waive the right. Preliminary examination having been waived, defendants bound over on count one with two following.
Your Honor, we acknowledge receipt of the information, waive its reading, and stand mute.
And in every way, form, or reading, standing mute to both charges, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for
April 23rd at 1:30 with Judge Slay.
April 23rd, 2026, 1:30 before Judge Slay.
If I may bring up something as I guess a bit of a warning to the defendant. We received information that his family members have contacted the victim of this case, asked her to put money towards his bond promissory. That is obviously it's a violation. Expecting anybody to do that, it's fully inappropriate in general. So just as a warning, did not be happening.
Your Honor, I believe my client understands the provisions of the no contact order. I'll remind him moving forward, certainly not to have any contact directly or indirectly with the complaining witness in this matter.
You understand that, sir?
Oh, yes.
Pardon?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So talk to your family members. You probably need to let them know that if that kind of behavior continues, you're the one that's going to pay the price for that.
I understand. I made that kid because she was calling, asking about some stuff that was left around.
Well, hold on. Don't
I told her not to.
know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Don't talk to her.
from
No.
your standpoint, you need to let your family.
I already told him. Don't talk to her.
All right.
I got
All right. Thank you. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No way. Really? Guess if you wait, good things happen. Yes, you may. I needed to talk with you anyway. So I'll go back. I need to talk with you anyway. Yeah. What? I know you said this. I wasn't there. 14A. Oh, Clark.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Raymond Cook.
You know, then give me a sign.
I'm innocent, Judge. Joe Simon on behalf of Mr. Clark. State your name, Michael.
My name is Michael J. Clark II, Your Honor.
Your Honor, Mr. Cook and, pardon?
Never mind.
No,
Okay, good.
not. Mr. Cook and Ms. Zenda are working on getting me some supplemental discovery. They've made requests to the police agency for some videos, and I think that if we adjourn the pretrial just one more time to the 20th, we should have it by then.
He picked a date. Set the date. Did you give it to him beforehand? We're headed to April 20th, 2026, 1 p.m. Bond will continue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You can be right outside.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, sir. Court does call the case People versus Carmen Folks.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
Did you have something else, Mr. Carmen, or no?
No, Your Honor. We'll continue tomorrow morning. I know that one will be good.
Oh, we're switching? Okay.
Oh, I'm switching.
I think it'll be over by half.
Oh,
Good morning.
I'm a big pen guy, right? Just saying. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Robin McCoy, P63057, on behalf of Ms. Carmen Folks, who stands to my right.
Your name, ma'am?
Carmen Renee Folks.
Thank you. All right. What are we doing?
We filed a motion to withdraw. There's been a breakdown, and so it signed the consent to release me. So,
Is that all correct, ma'am?
yes.
What are you going to do regarding counsel in this case?
I would request a public defender.
So I don't think the PD wasn't on this case.
I don't think so, because we were at the arraignment.
Got it.
So we were there.
All right. I will sign the order to withdraw. Ms. Folks, what I'm going to ask you to do is wait just a moment till Ms. Haight comes back so that they can make sure that they've got all your information and everything. And I'll call your case back up at there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. McCoy.
Okay, it's good seeing you, Judge. And I did send you some information about some bad events that are coming up. So.
Yes, you did. And I read them all.
This courtroom session quickly turned into a mix of tension, humor, and serious legal consequences as delays, missing attorneys, and emotional exchanges unfolded inside a busy Michigan courtroom. Throughout the hearing, the judge tried to keep control while joking with attorneys and defendants, but the underlying issues remained serious, from dismissed felony charges and probation violations to plea agreements and warnings about improper contact with victims. Several cases were delayed because prosecutors, defense attorneys, or witnesses were unavailable, leading to visible frustration from both the court and those waiting for their hearings. Despite the lighthearted banter at times, the judge repeatedly emphasized accountability, courtroom procedure, and respect for legal boundaries. One of the most powerful moments came when a defendant accused of violating probation admitted struggling to complete court-ordered programs while incarcerated. Although the court acknowledged his efforts to improve himself through classes and counseling, the judge still imposed a 365-day jail sentence, making it clear that compliance with probation conditions is critical. The hearing also highlighted how quickly courtroom dynamics can shift, with charges dismissed due to absent witnesses, plea deals negotiated in real time, and defendants warned that even indirect contact with victims could bring serious consequences. In the end, this was more than just courtroom chaos. It was a real look at how judges balance patience, humor, fairness, and strict enforcement of the law during unpredictable court proceedings.